It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today, it's an AFC North matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And a welcome in, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
Kicker Chris Boswell has it ready to go, and we are underway from Pittsburgh, from the 6. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by Deshaun Watson. Of course, he won a national title at Clemson and already has 3 Pro Bowls under his belt in the National Football League.
And he makes it so difficult for all defenses because when he's got the ball, it's hard to say when a play is truly over because he can create from any spot on the field and in any situation, even when it appears that he's contained. When he's running your offense, a big play could arrive from any possible spot.
First play, Watson to the air. And his first pass is incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out, how vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And again, it's Chubb. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Up the middle, it's Chubb. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They go up the middle with Chubb. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Let's go. That's going to be big time.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
6 yards left on 2nd down. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. A give running right is Chubb. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Watson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Well, Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this fourth down field goal try for the Browns. York able to send this one through, and the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground, because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense, because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Simms going to go ahead and hold on to this one, and they'll start at the 25. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the rookie who played his college ball for the Pitt Panthers, so that's Kenny Pickett.
And when you watch Kenny Pickett play, you see a young man who got better every season in college and really blossomed in his final campaign, took his game to a new level, and made him a first-round pick in the NFL. He's the type of kid who can beat you with his mind, beat you with his arm, and occasionally with his legs. A tough, skilled performer. Kenny Pickett, he's got some moxie to him.
Pickett leads his Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. He finds his man, complete. It's Warren. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Pickett will look to throw it here. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. The Pickett fighting Johnson there. First down, Steelers.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Tony Field that time in on the tackle. From just shy of midfield, Pickett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Pickett now from the gun here. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. But give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now. Down at the 33. Going to run the toss here to Harris. Taken down at the 30.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Able to find his man, it's Pickens. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Well, this is what you want to see from your rookie quarterback on an opening drive, Charles. He looks cool, he looks calm, he looks collected in marching them down the field.
And, Brandon, I just think the game continues to change and evolve because we're calling these guys rookies. But, you know, they've thrown the football so much at a younger level now, way more so than what we saw when guys came into the league when you and I came through.
And also just the way, in particular to him, Charles, how he handles himself in meetings, just so professional, mature. Looks like he's been in the league 5 years.
Yeah, he cares about the game. He cares about his performance, and it's showing.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. To throw again on 2nd down. Pickett. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Pickett right back to the air again. And that is incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Boswell's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 22, Watson, now bottled up, fumble, it's out, it's loose, and it looks like Steeler football, it is! The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Following the fumble recovery, Pickett. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Up the middle they go. Warren. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Off play action, Pickett. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. (3-3), a tight one after one on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Harris is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Again, it's Harris. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Pickett back to throw. Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Watson on first down. That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Watson's throw hauled in by Bell. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
2nd and 6. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Watson. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their 36-yard line. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Pickett. He finds his man complete. It's Warren. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Pickett now on first down. That's caught by the 6'8" tight end, Zach Gentry. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Open man here is Gentry. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 34-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. 1st and 10, here's Pickett. Going for the deep ball. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll throw again with Pickett. He finds Pickens over the middle. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw, Pickett. He's got this to Pickens. And they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Johnson with a completion over the middle. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Dialing up another pass here. Pickett to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. The offense on 3rd down, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Here's Pickett. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Kenny Pickett finding Pat Freiermuth. And the Steelers go up by 2 touchdowns. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. well now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Cleveland offense making their way out.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
They go with Chubb on second down. 7 yards there and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Watson.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Chubb on the counter. And he's got some space here. 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
91 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. I think you'd have to say Nick Chubb, pound for pound, one of the most powerful runners in the NFL. He proved it there.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Hunt. Diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Now Cade York for the extra point.
And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. So the drive there took 6 plays. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run.
clock ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Here's Steven Sims on the return from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here.
And they have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At their own 18.
Harris will start the drive out.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, give him credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stop the run and then executed.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Pickett. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is fielded at the 27. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
Well, now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
Now a dump off here complete, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Short completion, just 4 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. One heck of a 3rd down conversion, 33 yards.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback, and he put it right where it needed to be.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Watson.
That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Here's Watson. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns. York able to send this one through.
And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Here's Sims now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Steelers taking over now late in this 1st half.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
To the air on 1st down with Pickett.
Throw left side complete. That's Warren. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 1st half.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Pickett will look to throw it here. Completes this one to Pickens.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Pickett to throw on 1st down.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Harris running straight ahead. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome everyone to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports halftime report. First things first, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Browns. And even though they trail, they've had success running the football. Over 100 yards rushing as a team in those first 2 quarters of play. And meanwhile, for the Steelers, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter.
Here's Sims now from his end zone.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the third quarter.
This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on second down. Pickett completing it to the right side. Johnson. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Back to throw, Pickett. Again, it's Johnson.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well, great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On second down, it's Warren, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris.
And he'll work down inside the 45.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
From the 44, Pickett. He's got his tight end Fryermuth over the middle.
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Now a give. Running left is Harris. Taken down at the 30.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And still about 3 yards shy of a 1st as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
On 3rd down, Warren. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
They're going for it. This is Harris.
And he lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did. And hindsight 2020, I think they probably should have gone for the field goal, right?
The 3 points would look really good right now, but I think what we just saw there, analytics really starting to creep into the game because more and more teams are saying the more you go for it, the better your odds of getting it, the better your odds of scoring 6 points instead of 3. They took a chance there. It just didn't pay off.
Yeah, right here, the anti-analytics guys go thumbs up.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
From the 22, Watson. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
A shotgun snap for Watson.
Throw right side taken in by the tight end Bryant.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Watson. That one is caught by Hunt. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to hell and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And he gets it down to the 32.
106 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On 1st down, it's Watson.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
From the red zone now, Watson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? You need that toe tap sequence there. Whatever size shoe he's wearing, probably need about a half size smaller to complete that one.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing on third down, Watson. Over the middle, complete. It's Hunt. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this fourth down field goal try for the Browns. York able to send this one through,
and that'll bring him back within a point.
Well, certainly happy they were able to force the fumble, Charles, but wish they would have gotten in the end zone, only getting 3 points there and still facing this second half deficit.
And they also will understand it's going to be a whole lot tougher to force another turnover the rest of the game, because that offense, they're going to be all about ball security from here on out.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
Just shy of the 30.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Final minute now of the third quarter. From the 31,
Pickett.
And a little floater there is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Watson now to throw.
Bryant has it. That one a first down pickup of 8.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And his pass incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson.
And that's caught by the tight end, Bryant. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. To the air yet again, Watson. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The end result, 21 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 24, Watson over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Browns on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He's got his tight end, David Njoku.
Yeah, the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll run with Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, a 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Browns have taken a 4th quarter lead. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time, they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And Sims says, let's bring it out to the 25. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs
At their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 68 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10, here's Pickett.
And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down.
That's a ball he needs to let go of there. Wasn't the most time in the world to work through his progression, but NFL quarterbacks, they've got to sense the pressure. They've got that internal clock, and the ball has to be gone. And if you're not going to escape and run for it, you have to let it go before the pressure gets to you and puts you on the ground.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Pickett now from the gun here.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Now Pickett.
Eluding the pressure right. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Warren. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Watson, off play action. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunt. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, Watson. Over the middle, Cooper with it.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. From the 50, it's Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. T.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a 3rd and about 14.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 14. He's got Njoku over the middle. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. They will indeed snap it to Watson.
Right back to Njoku. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Boy, that was a big gamble for them right there. They went for it on 4th down, showed a little chutzpah because they did it with the lead here in the 4th quarter. And this defense is once again unable to stop them.
So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Now it's Watson. Completes it right side to Cooper.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Hunt will try going up the middle. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Now Watson. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they take a knee. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it. Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the 4th quarter. How about that comeback?
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee.
A lot of pressure here for Cade York.
This to perhaps salt this one away. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.